I was on time.
I was coming back from the gym at no time. All right. Boom. Grab the link, throw it in the fucking shit.
Do you get yours? Like, do you wait for it to tell you, or do you grab it from here?
I don't know how to grab it. Like when I'm logged in my own YouTube, it doesn't pop up. But if I log in my other account, I can see I'm live. I'm sure there's a way to. It doesn't pop up for me.
I just wait for it to notify me on YouTube and then I copy it from there.
Yeah, because I'm logged in my premium account on here where I have my music and shit, which is different from my business account. It'd be nice to have them on the same account, but I've had this one for like 10 years and I'm not transferring. I'm not going to like restart my music library or some shit over it. Because I'm like Todd. I have like probably 5,000 metal songs I have to re add.
You can't change that.
No. I'll blow my fucking brains out. Story. Boom. Okay. We are posted. Who's this guy?
I'm working on posting mine. Do we have a topic outline? I think Nathan was stressed last time. I just missed last week. I don't remember what happened.
You said you were going to be late and then never showed up.
I don't remember even what I had a meeting, but I don't know why I had a meeting that late.
Oh, no. I'm very much behind on everything. Well, I've also been making YouTube videos like crazy and throwing them to my editor, my new editor. So we'll see. I already know it's gonna fucking happen. I'm not gonna be happy about it, but it's gonna be where you submit it, and I gotta like submit like 10 different fucking revisions for it, and these videos don't get out for over a week. But my old editor was fucking amazing. Mine and Colton's editor, he's just super fucking slow. Then the Philippines got hit by those 2 cyclones, and we haven't heard from him since. So I think his internet got fucking wiped. Like the infrastructure probably did. I don't know. Has Colton been posting on YouTube lately? Although he
He's
teamed up.
very consistent with posting.
He's not as consistent as you think. He used to be every day.
Post about once a month. I don't want to brag.
Yeah. Well, and some of that is the editing, and he got with Greg actually. Him and Greg got on a call, and Greg got him to team up with Steve, Greg's brother that does editing, and they have an agency for it. Well, he's been better lately, yeah. So I see he's been 8, 6, 4, 3 days. So he's been getting them done.
In 10 days, I'm allowed to be shown on the For You page, so I'll probably start posting then. And
Yeah.
realistically, you're supposed to not stop posting. You're supposed to feed the algorithm and keep up as normal, but like, I'm not doing that.
It doesn't matter as much on Instagram, honestly. Yeah,
I
no,
don't
Colton's been
have a good
better.
following on Instagram.
Colton's been better lately. Again, it looks like it's 3 times a week. He had a while there where he wasn't posting nearly as much,
I look like the hunchback when I wear big sweaters.
but he was trying to do every day. He did every day for a while, but then like our editor Michael was just so slow because I was doing 3 times a week also with him. We actually
Y'all
had two
need someone
editors.
that's full time and not sharing a client load with someone else, but that's a huge expense too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as I said too, he got up with Greg's brother, Doucette. So I mean, they've got the editing down because Greg does like 2 to 3 videos a day. But Greg doesn't have to do shit. Greg has it down to a science. He literally, I think I've said it before, like the Dura, the guy from the Middle East that's huge on YouTube over there. He does bodybuilding too. He talked to Greg, and Greg straight up said like his team sends him the topic. He looks over 2 or 3 topics, says I like that one. They send him the script. He just reads off the script, does the video. They send it off to the editor. That's it. So they just send him everything. He just reads it.
I just say angry things into my cell phone until I can edit and make it last 1 minute.
Oh, Mark Bell's back on YouTube too. Like, did his entire channel get taken down? I know he got popped at one point. Well, no, his personal channel's there. Because I haven't seen the Power Project in a long time. Project. Now Power Project's still up too. He got one channel taken down for a little bit. For something. But he started going off the deep end too. I stopped following his shit because he just started entertaining everybody under the sun, all the weirdos, and like that one shit, what's that guy's name? The biohacker guy that always wears the fucking weird glasses, just makes up shit all the time.
I feel like that's everyone on the internet right now.
No, he's always wearing like the blue, like the yellow tinted glasses, like everywhere, every
Is it
fucking
Nathan?
video. Oh, he does too, yeah. But this is the dude that like everything's got to be some kind of biohack, and he's like gets in dick swinging competitions about like how optimized he is compared to other people.
What the fuck?
Never seen him? Fuck, I forget his name. If I saw it, I would know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like one of the super douches.
I think you posted a video like stitching that Natty Plus guy. Yo, I don't
Connor.
really, yeah, I don't really feel this way towards a lot of people, but fuck that guy.
I
Oh,
am
Connor
so
Murphy's-
uncomfortable that my face is on the same image as his, like that our faces are near each other. I don't think when you're that weird, you should be allowed to stitch videos. That made me really uncomfortable that my face was put near his face.
What's funny is I used to watch Connor's videos back when, like, because when I was just getting out of college, that whole pickup artist thing was big on YouTube. And that's where he started, like with that shit. And then he just went down a fucking rabbit hole and just.
I remember, dude. I remember this one video that he said that MK677 was so much better than growth hormone.
He only does that shit because Tony sponsors him, and Tony
Well,
Hughes
yeah,
is
because
huge
he
on the
fucking
SARMs.
sells it. So,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And
So
Tony
pushing
fled the
a
country.
product, like you push a product, you know, you make money on your little sales, like whatever. You do you make a living, everybody's got to eat.
Yep.
But I do feel a strong way about SARMs and like abusing women with like golf clubs. So maybe if we didn't do that.
Abusing women, murdering
I didn't know
people, banging trannies on your OnlyFans. And
Wait, are we talking about Tony Hughes now, or about?
this is still Connor.
Oh,
Yeah.
And if he wants to bang ladyboys all day long, like
hey,
But
go
he
for
was-
it. Just don't
so-
abuse women and beat the shit out of them with golf clubs.
Well, here's the
What
thing.
the
The
fuck?
whole OnlyFans video is him reenacting how Leo got killed and him
What?
cosplaying it, and then he was getting his dick sucked by the trans.
Well, obviously I went and watched it.
wait. There is a video of him saying how Leo got killed.
Oh, no, he's reenacting it while the trans dude is naked and they're banging each other.
I did not see this, but
It's,
man,
you
I
don't
was-
want to. You
I
don't
was
want
reading.
to.
I was reading a lot of stuff and like talking to a lot of people when that thing happened because I used to follow Leo a lot.
Yeah, 'cause
What
there's
year
a
was this? I had
high-
never heard of him or anyone. Again, I live under a
really,
rock, so-
he's been in some big podcasts and everything.
Well, because
Never
Leo was
seen
living
him
with Tony
before.
Hughes, Connor went to visit,
Yeah.
and that's when all that shit happened. And they were reenacting the whole thing with the golf club, and then also the murder, and it seemed very on point to what happened in the police report and all that. So that was the
Yeah, because he clearly didn't fucking fall. You know,
well, the back
that
window was
wasn't
open.
It. Yeah.
Back fucking window was open, and they didn't hear from him for days.
Yep.
I mean, there's still the theory that the pimp came and killed, or they hired someone, which wouldn't surprise me either because he was abusing all the women that came in there. But that was well known with the whole fucking go get the milk bullshit that got him kicked out of the U.S.
How do you maintain sponsors with that type of a record and behavior?
They just sponsor each other.
Yeah. Well, he had Tony Hughes was basically paying for his life, and he was just doing
Yeah.
research at that point.
That, and then they were bringing over the lady boys and the hookers and all that, and then he abused one of the hookers, and that's what started the whole.
Yeah, I read about that too.
Then the pimp that was pimping out the hookers wasn't happy that they were abusing the women, so.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's possible to spiral in so many ways without being violent. I would
Well, he'd already abused his last two fucking wives and got kicked out of the U.S. for it, so. Or he was wanted.
I went down a rabbit hole and then I had to watch like all the crazy eyed videos. Because I was like, who is this man? And
Yeah, I
with the
mean,
video stitch, I had to go watch. Like there was no way I wasn't gonna go watch.
this is Leo I'm talking about. Yeah, Leo, he had his fucking problems, but at least he contributed something in terms of information.
Oh yeah,
Whereas Tony just contributes bullshit most of the time, and Connor just contributes fucking nothing. So
yeah.
Tony's old videos weren't that bad, like when he was like actually bodybuilding and shit. Unfortunately, he's the one who introduced DNP to the world, but Connor Murphy Austin. Connor Murphy, Tony Hughes, and Leo Longevity. They all lived together in Thailand, and Leo got killed, and all the Ladyboys stuff and shit happened with Tony and Connor. And what's
Brotherly
funny is when
household.
they lived in the same house. Yeah, that's. But yeah, what a fucking household, right? And then what was even funnier is when I started my business, I was starting to advertise, and I was getting hit with Tony Hughes ads left and right, and he was advertising people to join his harem, like trying to get people to fly to Thailand with him to start a harem and just like have a bunch of girls in a big prostitution
He
ring.
made a video about that at one point.
Who did?
Tony, I think he made a video of that. Like,
I'm not surprised. Tony's been taken down on YouTube like 5 times, so.
Yeah,
I just think it's weird when a bunch of boys live together for content purposes.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Yo,
I mean, it's
And
fine
like
until
outside of our
you're-
community and
together?
stuff. I just mean
Until
in
you're
general,
like-
let's be a bunch of boys under the same house. Like
It's just bros, fucking ladies with dicks together. Come on.
It's okay till you're like
God.
25. After like 25, then it starts getting a little weird. When you're 40-year-old men or 45 like Tony is, then it's really fucking weird.
Yeah. We used to call it something different back in the day. Know what I'm saying?
just the concept of roommates as a grown ass man,
Well,
and then
especially-
many of them.
In fucking Thailand, where like it's dirt cheap, anybody can get an apartment there.
Oh gosh.
You could literally be a fucking broke panhandler in the U.S. and be able to pay for an apartment there.
This is why I live under a rock, because some things I think I'm just better off not knowing.
Yeah, don't look up that OnlyFans video if you want your own sanity. Of course, once I found it, I had to fucking watch it to see what
I
the
had
fuck-
to. I
No,
searched
have
so
fucking
long to
see
find
now.
it.
I have to fucking see it. It's too late. It's gonna happen.
I don't
I'm
know
pretty
if
sure
it's
I
on
watched it
Twitter
twice.
anymore. You watched it? You found it?
Yo,
If
if
that
you
was the
found it and I
thing I
didn't
did.
find it, I'm gonna be very upset with my
found it.
my internet skills.
All right, it's still there. Yeah, because when Colton was doing the video on Connor, I was looking up extra dirt for him, and I stumbled upon the OnlyFans video. So, because the first thing you do, that's how I found out about vegan gains and him liking to get pegged by cucumbers and shit too. Before he was on Colton's podcast.
Cucumbers can be fairly large and thick.
Very low calorie as well, so
Mhm.
great fitness food.
I
Um,
believe that it was
It's a
on
lot of people
Twitter.
through
I don't,
prep.
I don't know if that was still on Twitter, but it was. Like, you could look it up.
It would be worse if it was shoving like a milkshake or pizza, you know.
Yeah.
But
See, I don't pay for this shit. I find it other places. But yeah, if you look around, you find it.
yo, on a completely separate note, do you guys follow the Gorilla Chemist?
I don't follow him, but I know who he is.
Okay, so
I don't think
he was
so.
running an experiment with another guy, basically going for 400 milligrams of SLU a day for 10 weeks, but eating
Milligrams?
Yes, milligrams, and eating on a surplus. Dude, okay, so they did a DEXA scan at the same time of day with the same machine with the same technician after the same meals. So they're trying to like account for every single variable, right? To be as objective as possible. At the end of it, they basically put on, what was it? 12.9 pounds of muscle with lean body mass and 0.3 pounds of fat after 10 weeks, eating 5,000 calories a day and taking 400 milligrams of SLUs. Because he was just basically trying to see what's the utility of SLU for growth as well. And it seems that there could be some potential in there as well. So now I'm fucking interested. 12.9 pounds in 10 weeks with 0.3 pounds of muscle is just, that's absurd, you know?
Is that so I don't follow this person. Is it somebody that has like a background in like research science that's
Yeah,
like a
he's-
trustworthy source, or is this
He-
like
Is he getting his PhD in endocrinology or something? He's getting
Yeah.
like his shit, but he doesn't look like it. He's dude. He's got like a
So
nose
not
ring and
like an
like
influencer that
fucking
got
He has
paid.
blue
no, no,
hair and
no. He has
shit.
an MS in organic and biochemistry from UCFGT, and he's a PhD student at Georgia Tech.
There you go.
Okay, so he wasn't like paid by a
Yeah,
SARM's company to
no,
promote
no, no. He
this.
wasn't paid by a big SARMs company, and he's
No.
running. He's running stuff that like we can't even fucking buy it yet. You know, so a lot of this stuff is like highly theoretical, but it looks very interesting, very
Yeah,
promising.
his page is just fucking chaos. I can't follow something like that.
I don't
It's
think I've
chaotic, but
gone
there's
over
some
600
other nuggets.
micrograms with SLU.
600 micrograms.
But I don't, I also violated my own rule. I won't take anything that hasn't left preclinical trials, but this is the only one that I was like, well, I have so much of it,
Yeah,
I might as well.
I'm gonna say fuck it, and I'm gonna try to take it in a high dose. Let's see what happens. Because I'm just not
I
having.
want to know how your digestion is on it.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's a fair point. Speaking of digestion, one thing that I actually started pulling out is retatrutide. Reason being, the only way that I don't get like an upset stomach and just the most inconsistent type of evacuations possible is if I take pancreatic enzymes. When I take them, I don't have any issue with digestion whatsoever while taking Retta. But when I take Retta, I basically have to live as someone that has acute pancreatitis.
I don't have any problems on it.
Oh, that's normally it's how long were you on it? Because I'll say a lot of people go back and forth between like mild constipation and like very, very loose bowels the
Yeah.
first few weeks, but it usually levels
Oh no, no,
out.
I don't get constipated at all. It just becomes like pure like diarrhea so often that like for no with the same food. So I lowered my doses. I'm only taking 400 micrograms a week now, and it's better. But I need to take Creon with every meal. Yeah.
That's crazy. And it never regulated?
Mm-mm.
That's better.
It actually gets worse with time until I came out of Retta, and I only realized that because I checked my notes from the previous time that I used Retta, and I realized like, oh my god, it was around the same amount of time. It was like 10, 12 weeks. That's when I started having like a different rating in my app for my digestion. And then a few weeks later, I'm
Something
basically
to
just
think
like not
about.
having consistent evacuations anymore. Period.
Get out of
I
there.
like that you refer to it as evacuations. I think all people should call pooping evacuations.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's so much better. That the other one is gross because I'm not a toddler, but yeah.
I say
Yeah.
poop. I guess I am a toddler.
It's
Bowel
that
movement.
word. I hate
Bristol
the word
stool
poop.
charts.
Stool. Stool is good.
I don't like stool.
The Bristol poop chart.
Look at him trying to suck up after I just caught him trying to get in the garbage in the bathroom.
he knows what he likes.
Yeah.
I'll try and sound really formal and smart about something, and I'll be like, "Oh, look at all my big words. I'm a smart lady." And then I'll come out and say something like, "I have a tummy ache. How's your tummy feeling?" I'll say that to clients 'cause I have kids, so I'll be like, "How's your tummy?" And it just rolls off the tongue, and I don't even realize it's weird for like a grown ass adult to be saying that.
This girl in high school used to say stummy, stomach and tummy together.
Oh my
Stomach.
gosh. Stomach is a nasty word too, right? Doesn't it sound
Yeah, stomach
bad?
is gross.
Stomach is just
I used to not say balsamic vinaigrette. I called it ballsmic,
Balls
like
on my
B A
dick.
L L S mic. And I would order it that way. And like when I was like 28, my parents were like, "You know now it's not ballsmic, right?" I was almost 30 before anybody told me I was saying it
Oh.
wrong.
In college, I'd say balls on my dick, but no.
Oh, and then so we came out with a beef jerky. Our company partnered with a local jerky company and we did like a stevia sweetened jerky. And when we did the initial packaging, I submitted it as ballsmic.
Like
Yeah. I
BALL.
did BALSMIC is how I submitted it for our ballsmic flavor. Yeah.
Ballsmick.
And no
Oh,
one
it's her
was
hair
gonna tell me.
dryer. That's what it is. Can you guys hear that in the background?
Nope, your mic's not picking up on it.
Okay. Well, I turned the gain down all the way, so good. No, Amanda has a hair dryer going in the background. I thought it was like a blender or something.
We did hear the giant water drops 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
World's
Yeah,
largest
yeah.
water drops,
Well,
and
That was
as I said, like the gain was too. I noticed too when I talk, it's not like doing that shit where like it's really loud on me like it did the last couple weeks. But yeah, there's like for the Shure mic, there's this Motive Mix app, and it never fucking saves a profile on it. And it used to pull up every single time that I pulled up Riverside. I would have to update it, and it was fucking annoying. And it stopped letting me do that, making me do that, which was fine. Then I went on it today just to check because I've been filming YouTube videos, and the gain was up to 36, which was maxed out. I'm like, no wonder why I was having problems with it getting super loud on me.
I didn't even turn on my camera.
Yeah, which you'll probably notice it on the YouTube videos, but on like when my VA does the shorts, like Riverside actually, well, no, it equalizes your volume and everything automatically with AI, so you don't notice it on the shorts. That's why DJ usually looks better too, because it upscales.
I'm gonna have fancy internet soon. This will be nice because the storms, I guess, don't take it out. We have such high wind issues here that we lose connection all the time.
Yeah, because it's not tied to just whatever happens to the power lines. It's actually dug in the ground.
I'm very excited to get this. Normally I yell at solicitors and I was like, come back here, boy. And my little doorbell's like, leave a business card. I'm not home right now.
Yeah, the thing is, fiber is not much more expensive either.
It's $20 more than what I'm paying now for the world's worst internet.
Yeah, I mean, mine was $55 a month or something like that where I lived.
And no contract or anything. I was very pleased. So I got my husband a Christmas gift, and I think everyone should buy one. No. Okay, well, so I already opened it and I used it. I bought myself a Christmas gift. Have you seen the dick lasers?
What?
The what?
It's a little. It reminded me because I always think it's brave for men to use vapes on camera because of how their mouths are. Like, you're just asking for fun photoshops, I feel like, and you were vaping and it made me think of it. But it's a little tiny, like little pin looking thing, and it projects different dicks. So like there's like little balls, so you can like put balls on somebody's forehead, and like all these different little penis shapes. And like I don't go out very often. I'm actually clearly I'm reclusive. I'm a vampire. I don't leave my home. Very unsocial. But we ended up going out this weekend, so I brought the dick laser.
I brought the dick laser.
I put dicks on everybody. It made my night so much fun because you would have like a group of people and they would be like a friend talking and you just put a dick going into their mouth and all their friends see it and they're like, but the person talking has no idea. And it was the best thing. I think if you love someone, you should get them a dick laser. Not sponsored, not endorsed, no code, but this was a really fun gift and it was $20.
So dick lasers and Nerf guns.
Fuck yeah.
Both of those, which you should use eye protection with.
Don't want dicks in your eye either.
No dicks.
Well, you can burn your eyes out with those lasers too. So yeah, use eye protection.
Yeah, my husband tried to use it on me and immediately got it in my eye, and I was like, "Ah, that's my good eye."
Anybody get any questions?
Oh yeah, I did get one.
I don't think I did because I didn't put anything about steroids or peptides, so of course nobody did. If I put steroids on there, they'll put fucking 20 of them on there. If I don't, nobody ever posts anything.
We can talk about steroids if people want to write questions.
We're talking about.
Oh, you sent me.
You know those little laser pointers? DJ got her husband one that has a penis on it. She took it out to the bar and was putting dicks on people at the bar when they were talking.
That's actually really funny. I love that.
It's only $20. I'm following the Gorilla Chemist.
I don't know. We'll see.
I love that he has fun hair too.
Yeah. Yep, he's a funky looking dude.
Yeah,
Shit.
I feel like he changes it like every week too. It'll be like pink, then purple, then blue, and then like.
I love it. Yes, dude. Fucking do it. That's awesome. I did get a question. I got a question here. You could bring the eye patch back. How do you deal with water retention from PEDs? So this is coming from someone that's a female who's doing a first anadrol cycle, and she's having water retention. And
don't do fucking anadrol as a female.
Anadrol comes with water retention. There's some people that may consider the use of something like Nolvadex simultaneously. That's usually utilized in males because it itself is not aromatizing. But if you don't like water retention as a female, then don't use Anadrol.
So the solution we found was just drinking 3 glasses of green tea a day and taking, I think, 200 milligrams of dandelion root a day, and it just gone.
Dandelion's always very helpful, but realistically, that's just part of what comes with the territory of anadrol. I think
Yep.
it becomes more of an issue if you are an actively competing strength athlete and you are on anadrol
Hmm.
on competition day trying to compete at a lower weight class, and trying to manipulate just for weigh in purposes. But even then, I'll usually just have someone have a walk around weight low enough to where we can accommodate with fluctuations.
Or just throw more drugs at it. Just put 10 IUs of Chinese GH in there with mannitol, and that'll make you piss it all out too.
Yeah, I definitely.
And dosage. Like I don't usually see a lot of fluctuation with anadrol unless it's being dosed very high in females.
Oh no, we're going 5 milligrams,
Okay.
like
Oh,
nothing.
There normally shouldn't be a lot of
Yeah.
water retention with
No,
only
she's
five
just very
milligrams.
sensitive. So she has also had like carpal tunnel with like 1.2 units of growth hormone. Like just very
You
sensitive as
would
a
be
person for this.
you'd be surprised how high IGF levels can get in like petite little ladies with like
Hmm. Hmm.
a single IU.
Hmm. Which is
I don't
weird
know.
because they have worse conversion than men for IGF-1.
I think well baseline hormones too,
Sure, but
especially
like for mine
estrogen and
gets like almost
fluctuations.
3 times. Mine gets almost 3 times as high.
Where do you keep your IGF normally?
About 500 or something. Yeah,
I keep
490,
mine
510,
high
somewhere around
range of normal for me,
there. Okay.
but I don't have like particular physique goals at the moment.
Yeah, if I didn't, I would probably just keep it in like 300 something because that's the range that I like. I think we know it's safe up to 300, but like approaching 600 is where you have the people with acromegaly. Like those are their levels. So, just probably not the best like longevity life
When I did
choice.
that podcast with the sailor oncologist, that's kind of what we talked about was like what is that
Uh huh.
preferred range? And for like I hate this word, but like the optimization crowd, not
Yep.
like straight out performance enhancement. Her threshold was 300 for everybody.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's what I bring it to when it's my clients is just lifestyle clients, which usually it's something like for guys like 4 to 5 IUs a day. That's it.
What are you guys on right now? How many I use?
I think 8.
GH.
Yeah.
Just 5 because I have 10 IU vials right now. I'm in. If I go back to the
Pull half.
32s, I'll go back to 10. Just whatever I
Yeah.
have in the fridge.
I just pull half, and this one is like 16 milligrams per vial. So I just pull half of it and inject it before bed. So some months, depending on the batch, it might be 5. Some months it might be 12. Like it just,
Yeah.
I don't really feel that much of a difference.
When I'm like going hard at it, that's why I say the 32s for, because then I have to use it, I have to mix it once every 3 days. That's how I base it.
Hmm.
I have like 5 or 6 kits of the 10 I use. I think one kit of the 24s or the 16s, and I have my kit of
Yeah.
32. And I think that's, I don't know, I stocked up. I haven't fucked on it. I've just been sitting in there.
Yeah.
I've
That
just
and
been
then Retta, I have a
inconsistent
bunch
with
of kits of it
everything.
too. I have about 20 vials of Melanotan also, just in case.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
can
bought a, I
see.
bought a, I bought a kit of Melanotan, and I think that shit is just gonna last for the rest of my entire fucking life. Because like, why would I need that much Melanotan?
No,
I
it
don't.
takes me months to get through one vial.
Yeah, bro. It takes me months to get through a Retta vial. Like it's just. I have some C-Max that I bought, and I use like 1 milligram at a time. It just. I bought one kit, and it just lasts like a really long
Yeah.
fucking time. That's a fucking 1,000 days, man.
GHK is the same way. Like you get like 100 or 200 milligram kit, and you're only using up to like 1 or 2 milligrams total, like for each vial.
I'm assuming you're on Melanotan right now because of how dark you are.
I've used it once in the past 2 weeks, but I wanted to use it tonight, but I didn't have time to fucking tan, so I'll probably do it
It's
tomorrow.
my color is like seeping in. What little color I had is just like leaving my body this winter and going into you.
Just, just got to keep around the Melanotan. You know,
I
it's
just I
foolproof.
just look at my check-in photos, and if I'm getting too white, I just take one shot of melanotan in until I get to that color that I want, which is usually like 1 milligram. And yo, taking a full milligram of melanotan at once is quite the experience. But yeah, So that's what I do. I'll just do like 1 fucking milligram, and then the week after I'll do like 500 micrograms, and then I don't take it for 8 months.
So you just dry heat for one day and then just call it good.
Yep, pretty much. But that holds my color. If I take it and I don't get tan, which I never get tan, I look Indian. Like I'm the under my eyes would just look gray, and my skin would look like a yellowish, like weird looking, almost like a diseased look, like orange.
It's like Colton. Colton just kept like burning and like he's so ginger that like he couldn't tan on it no matter
Has
what
he
he
ever
tried.
has he successfully utilized it without just turning red yet?
He was trying it this summer, like literally trying to tan. He didn't really like tan. Yeah, I think he did get a little bit darker, but he had a ton of freckles. And then he
He
was
spray
fucking around.
tans.
He was fucking around with it again last month. That's the one good thing about Crunch. You can normal tan or spray tan there. You know.
I'm gonna go spray tan next week, and then the next podcast I'm gonna be so tan and look so cool, and I'm gonna go back to being like really white.
Which next week we'll probably skip because I will be in New York, so I'm not going to try to stream
Yeah,
it.
Oh
be the
yeah, isn't it like
24th.
Christmas Day?
It's the 24th, and then the week
Because
after is the 31st.
New Year's Eve, whatever. But it's up to you guys.
I won't be
New
tan
Year's
till
Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, because I mean I know we're doing something New Year's, but I don't think New Year's Eve there's anything going on in my world. But
I'm going to go eat expensive steak, and I'm very excited.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
what are your guys' thoughts on carpal tunnel symptoms based on GH source? I mean, I've heard
Bullshit.
it same across the board, honestly.
I think it's
This
I-
bullshit.
is
I think it's. I mean, if anything, it'd be better on the generic because it has the mannitol mixed in. You would think, but
mannitol's ideal, but it depends if you know like what's in your sourcing as well, where you're getting it from. If you know what it has.
yeah. Well, and everybody's freaking out about the peptide ban coming down the pipe. We'll see what that entails. I'm kind of feeling like it'll probably be somewhat like Primo and Mass, where for a couple months it's hard to find certain things, then it kind of comes back. But we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of my sources came back with mass now. Fuck yes. So I don't have to run weird cycles adding low doses of like 17 different compounds to
Yeah.
add all of my milligrams.
Well, supposedly there's a big peptide crackdown coming, so I can see them.
That's what I keep
I mean, kind of
hearing.
like how all the foreign places fucking stopped selling gear. They went to only peptides. I can see it going back the other way. They only sell gear, not peptides.
Did y'all ever play with DHB?
Yes, I'm taking
No,
it right
Colton did. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Colton did. Colton
what
had
do
a
you
terrible
think of
experience
it?
on it.
now. It's a drug. It does drug stuff. Like I am not. It's the only drug that I notice. Like I notice myself getting restless leg syndrome with EQ because of my estrogen. I notice my skin getting dry because of estrogen with Masteron, but I don't notice anything with DHB. It doesn't even hurt. But I'm only taking.
You don't get post-injection pain from it?
No, but I'm taking very low dose. I am going like I was taking 30 milligrams a day, and now I'm down to just 10.
How did it impact your estradiol at your peak dose?
Not at all. My estradiol was 20 on 150 milligrams of testosterone a day. My estradiol was 20. My testosterone was 5,000, but my estradiol was 20. And that's all controlled with 20 milligrams of EQ a day. That's it.
That's weak shit. Get your shit up to 10K like Chase did.
I might next time because I just don't get estrogenic side effects. So I just I want to see how high I can take it. But naturally, like I feel really good in the 20s. I feel really, really good in the 20s. Yeah.
Did Chase try to come back on YouTube, or is he just going Rumble now? Let's see.
I've only seen updates from on Rumble. I made myself a Rumble account just to reserve the name, but I haven't, to be honest, I haven't even been on there. And I think all of Todd and I, all of our uncuts go on Rumble that aren't allowed on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like his channel's not there, but they didn't do a complete like overkill takedown. I know like Nick Trigilli and some other guys, they tried to get in. They took down like every video that like fucking featured some of these dudes. Like Alex Jones is the one they just killed everything. I mean, Nick Trigilli's back there again. He's a god. He will get reported again and taken out again at some point. This is like his fifth fucking time. He's like Tony Hughes. Him and Tony have been taken down so many fucking times.
On the DHB thing, it also I saw no impact on my lipids whatsoever. and no, just like with EQ, no impact on my kidney or anything like that. Like there's just nothing at all. I mean, just I caught myself having a little bit of anemia, um, and that was about it. So
I
I
was
just got it.
unimpressed with the DHB, but I don't really like what I consider like boutique compounds either. Todd and I did an experiment with it, and it was a very modest, if even worth mentioning, reduction in estradiol. And
Yeah.
we had assumed it would be similar to EQ. And we did a series kind of where we documented his blood work. It was right before he went into this last prep, and I was unimpressed with it, but it was interesting to look into as everybody was starting to lose their sourcing for Mast and Primo. And I
Yeah.
remember making fun of the whole thing. I'm like, oh, you just don't have the right plug. And I remember teasing, and then there was actually like
No,
a
that's a
genuine
dude.
shortage.
I know I had a plug, but it was charging like $200 a vial, and I'm not paying that for fucking Masteron. Like you're out of your
Do you think
mind.
prices are going to come back down when Primo's
They
like
have
fully
already
stocked
with some
everywhere?
labs. They have already
Yeah,
with
I
some
had
labs.
I had a plug all the way through like September-ish, honestly. They didn't go up too insane, but I mean, mass never really went up crazy. Like mass went up to 90 or so, but Primo I've seen it like
Which is
over
a
200
lot, man.
bucks,
I saw Primo over
And
200 as
how
well.
high?
like 220.
200 over 200, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people
Not
were
paying
faking
that.
Primo too, so it's hard to find it. So if they had real shit, they would just like a lot of
But
my
I,
sources still have Primo ask for it. Like they can get like small supplies of it, but
hmm,
I just
I
think
got
we've seen
a
more men tank their estrogen with EQ in the last 6 months ever.
yes. Yeah, EQ brought my estrogen down to 7 when I was taking 300 mast, okay, it was 300 mast, 300 EQ, 300 test. That was a terrible idea. My estrogen ended up at 7. Yeah. So it was after that time that I'm like, fuck this. I'm doing 2 compounds at a time. Like I'm just hiking my test dose up, and then I'll just use something else to fill up the milligrams. And then Masteron went in a shortage. So I just basically like I saw that video with Todd, and then I talked to him, and I was like, this is what I'm thinking about doing. He was like, this is what I'm thinking about doing. So I just came up with something in between and just rolled with it. And
Have you guys played with Mint?
no, but I
Fuck
want to
Mint.
so fucking
No, don't,
bad.
do not touch
I
it.
don't get anything with estrogen.
yeah, if you
I've
that's
never
not all
seen
available.
such shitty blood work in my life. It skewed
Oh,
all
really?
markers. It is, I hate Mint. I don't
Wait,
know
wait, wait.
why
Tell me
people
more,
use it.
because I only hear about the fact that it's like very you're gonna have very like high estrogen, and I
Well,
don't
it's
have a
not
problem
even,
with that, so I'm not
even
gonna
you
do
get
that.
estrogenic effects, even if you control estradiol, like serum levels.
Okay,
There's like a slew of estrogenic effects, and it seems
interesting.
kind of like like when we see like our
Yeah,
conventional 19 nors, it's either going to be the
yeah,
best cycle of your life or it's going to be the
yeah.
worst. It's the same principle. I didn't like what I saw in terms of like reports of like mental health side effects. I saw really
Uh,
skewed lipids. Hematocrit got really, really high very quickly. The estrogenic effects, weird water retention,
mhm.
sensitivity, and we were pulling things like prolactin. I just it I don't like mint. I even told my clients like I'm not comfortable utilizing. Like if I'm not comfortable with it and I don't understand it, it's not something I'm ever going to implement. That's incredibly irresponsible. And they're like, we insist. Like two guys like be a guinea pig, be a guinea pig. I want to try it. And man, they put out the money for the blood work and they were really good about biofeedback. And we ended up pulling both of them off before 8 weeks.
It's just like
Before
another.
8 weeks.
It's like another
Hate
D
it.
ball. It's like another D ball.
But
And
what
like
was
I
the
won't use I
dose?
refuse D ball too. Like anybody's want D ball and like then find someone else. I'm not fucking around with that. No. D ball's ass.
D-ball doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't mess up with my blood work or anything like that either. It's chill.
I just find it
I don't
funny that
even use
Paul
it.
the Paul had to take it, and Paul's like the biggest anti D ball guy ever. But after his last show, I remember his estrogen would not come back, so he had to use D ball to get it back up.
I did the exact same thing. Once I saw that my estradiol was a 7 at that cycle, I basically used the Anabol and it brought it to a 21 within a week.
I mean, mine's been under 5 before, but I
I
usually
was a little
feel
bit anxious at 7. I was
I
a
usually
little bit
don't feel
anxious.
horrible. Like I can tell when it's low, but I don't feel like complete dog shit like I do when it's too high.
Oh, I get
Every
so anxious and
man
irritable.
that crushes it, I just tell him like I want you to remember this feeling, and in a few years when your wife is
Yep,
perimenopausal, let's
100%.
be a little bit more understanding.
I just
100%.
feel like my
100%.
joints hurt. I'm not susceptible to injury. Like I don't have as much
Yes.
energy, but I'm not
Yes.
like I function way better than when it's high. Put it that way.
Oh, you function. Okay, yes, I do notice that as well. And I noticed that especially when I was taking nandrolone. Fuck nandrolone. I cannot find a way to fit nandrolone into my stack at all anymore. It just doesn't work. Like, and I'm not willing to like go through 5 weeks to reach like serum levels with Deca to then like realize that this shit didn't work again. So I have 5 more weeks, and it's like 10 weeks of living like shit. You know.
Yeah, that's been like the most like emo I've ever been on was fucking NPP. Just
It makes me
and it
so
fucks.
content with life. Like I
It,
just accept anything that happens towards me. You could be
and
like,
it
you
was
just
jacking
lost
up
your
my
job or some
prolactin. Like
shit.
I thought my estrogen was high, so I ended up crushing my estrogen, like trying to like manage it, and just made me apathetic towards fucking everything. I didn't feel like training, didn't feel like doing anything,
Yep,
didn't have any
yep,
energy. Just felt like fucking shit on it. I'm like fuck this.
yep,
And then trends the opposite, trying to feel super productive and smooth, and
yep.
my blood pressure
100%.
improves.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that way with tests. I just keep raising tests, and I honestly just kind of want to figure out how far I can go because 150 a day is already a pretty decent test dose. So I'm like, can I push it to like close to 200? Just see what happens.
What's that?
How's your hair?
Oh, I don't even try. I
Oh,
have a
okay.
picture of me. I have a picture of me when I was 13 years old and I was like picking up something on the ground and you could see the bald spot in my head. Like it's just
My
dude,
husband
that
was like
happened already.
bald at like 22, so
Now I
I
was
need it.
balding at 13.
My shit needs to be cut down. It's way too long in the back. That's the problem. It's like a big fucking puffball now. I just need to. We're gonna do this Friday.
The
Can
reason
do
I
it
cut
once a
my
year.
hair is because of this. Is because like I always would have to get a haircut and I hate getting haircuts. So I'm like I'm just gonna shave my own head every single day and it's just so much easier.
I used to do that when I had a faux hawk. I would just shave it way down every single week, and then like just this because I mean I got a
Yeah.
pretty high hairline anyway, so like it just naturally was an easy haircut to do. But like it's mine. It's like crazy.
So, DJ, what are some drugs that you like absolutely love that wouldn't be considered the original ones? Like let's just say like Test and Anavar out of the picture. What are some drugs that you're like
Primo's
I
got to
really
be out of
like?
the picture then too, and Deca's got to be out of the picture. That's what Arnold
Deca?
ran. Yeah,
I
they
don't
all on
think I
seventies and
like
eighties and
anything
shit. They like
outside
that.
of.
Well, but we're already shitting on Deca, so I know that she's not gonna say Deca.
Well, I do think I like NPP in some individuals, but
Mm,
basically it's got to be a trial basis, and I always prefer NPP over DECA because I feel like none of the cycles are ever the same. So the ability to pull it quicker, I will always avoid DECA if NPP is available. But you know the whole TRT clinic world we're living in now where people
yeah.
think they can be bodybuilders and run these legal cycles. So like now the TRT clinic special is going to be Test, DECA, Anavar. But I don't really like playing outside of the field of like our conventional
Okay.
anabolics or things at least where we have a lot of anecdotal evidence from the bodybuilding community long term.
I have a client that told me his TRT clinic could get him this custom mix of Winstrol and Anavar. I'm like, that is not legal.
I forgot, yeah, they do
Well,
Winstrol too. I forgot
Yeah, they
about
do
that.
Winnie,
Winstrol.
he was
They
like,
do
it's
Winnie
Winnie
Bar.
Bar, like the guy who compounds it himself. I'm like, I don't think
I
that's
love it. Send it
legal,
my
but
way, brother.
I had one client that came from a clinic and they were like, well, I have DECA, I have test. And then as I was leaving, the person at the front desk told me that they had Primobolan and Masteron for me. So is that something I want prescribed? And I was like,
yeah, I mean those are
the front
fine.
desk person stopped you on the way out. Um, but no, I see that handed out a lot. That's their legal cycle. I forgot that they do the Winstrol
I would
as
rather them
well.
hand out Mastron and Primo than just fucking crush everybody with AIs. Honestly, it's like
Have
do
you
that shit's way
seen the
too much.
clinics that do the testosterone with an anastrozole compounded in it?
No, what do they do
No.
with
I
it?
didn't know that was a thing. I was like, no, you're reading that wrong. Like, that's not correct. Like, and I was confident. I was like, you are mistaken. There's no anastrozole in your testosterone. It's going to come as
Wouldn't
like a
an
capsule or
astronaut
a
have to be
tablet.
holding water suspension?
I told them it wasn't possible. And apparently, there's several compounding pharmacies in the US that offer that and a lot of clinics that prescribe it. And I was like, you need to leave that clinic. That's really unethical prescribing practices. And of course, his estrogen was tanked. Of course. Of course. Of course, they gave it to a low aromatizer.
What the fuck?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. That's
And I'm not
incredibly
anti AI
crazy.
by any means, but that was insane to me.
Are you anti any drug or class of drugs or anything like that, or are you more of like
I
every
like to
tool
have
has a
human
place?
data, well, especially if it's something that people are wanting to implement with my assistance or oversight in any capacity. But not really anti anything because everything exists for a reason. There's always
Yeah.
application. It might be weird, you might be an outlier, you might be the 0.001%, but it still exists.
Yep.
Well, I mean, even Tylenol people have side effects too, so it's
Yep.
Like I take
Yeah.
dementia medication, so I mean,
I've taken some before because
mine's for consistent looping and it's neuroprotective. So
huh.
I mean, I take medication that'll probably give me Parkinson's in the future, that or all, but does that
Yo,
count?
I take Adderall a lot. I have some Adderall right here. Adderall is just part of my life. Is just close to my
Yeah,
heart.
I'm all the way down to 5 milligrams, but it's still like, I was at one point I was like cutting it down to 2.5, but
Yeah, me too. Actually, it works. It works very well
yeah.
at 2.5. If you
Well,
don't have to do
two and a
anything.
half, I kind of like fade in and like I'll still have bouts where I can't focus on fucking shit, so I have to go back to
Exactly.
5.
I always
But
wonder how I
on
would do on
30,
Adderall.
Well, if you're already a crackhead, it's probably not the best thing. Me, it's like if you give me like I can't just I cannot focus on one fucking thing. I'm just clicking around like thinking of random shit. Like I
yeah,
can't just.
yeah, you
So
have
it doesn't
ADHD.
like hype me up too much. It's just like all right, we can focus on this one thing.
I bet it would
Yeah,
help me focus, but that's why I hire someone to help me stay on track because I won't. I forget what I'll be like, oh, I have an idea, and then it's gone. And
huh.
that's me all day.
Yeah, that's the working memory. That's also impaired in ADHD.
Recording in progress.
Oh,
Okay.
that's Amanda. No, she's doing one of Garrett's sales calls for him. His computer's out.
Damn. Yeah, but that's interesting because I know that a lot of people like tend to demonize like one class of drugs or another, but I think they all have this place, and I actually think the landscape of drugs and like what's coming is pretty exciting. But I still I'm still somewhat uh reluctant to jump into whatever like if it's a name that I immediately see on a sheet and I'm like I have no fucking clue what this is. I don't immediately get the desire of like, oh, I want to figure out and try it. I just want to take it. So it's more of like if something crosses my path and it looks interesting and it's applicable to me, then sure. But it's like I don't have a desire to use GHK just because like it doesn't like I don't give a shit about my skin. My skin is great, and like for the other effects, like I already get them out of other supplements. You know.
Yeah, you'll love my video. I'm doing a testimonial video. I'm sending it to my editor tomorrow. Just absolutely roasting all these fucking idiots in my DMs, constantly asking for peptides, having no structure with anything else. I'm so sick of getting those fucking
That's
DMs and
all my
answering them.
consultations
So,
are.
I
And the
got to check
data,
it out. It's one of
man,
those that I might get taken down, but
the data is so it's so extrapolated because we're getting like, oh, this has the same number of amino acids as this other compound, and we know that this compound, because it's of the same family of this compound, had a half-life of this amount of time estimated on a fucking in vitro study. So we assume that this one here is also like you should take it 4 hours before bed, or like you should take it 2 hours before training. I'm like, how the fuck did you come up with that? Like that's not how this works.
I
Like,
like that people recite the data that absolutely has no application to them as individuals or specific athletes at all. And they're like insisting that they need to use it. And someone was telling they got on the phone and you could tell they had like researched it and wrote down like all the benefits. And I was like, well, that would be great if you had high fasting glucose and you were insulin
exactly,
resistant
exactly,
and you were
exactly.
obese, but you're not. You're like
Yeah.
super healthy. And then my favorite call that I get right now is, "Hey, I don't really know much about this. I don't really want to take a PED. I don't really want to take steroids, but I was taking peptides and retatrutide and lost all my muscle. Can you tell me
Fucking
about
I don't want to
fantastic
oxandrolone?"
drug.
I don't want to take anything synthetic, and they list up all the synthetic stuff. So you're like, so why don't
Yeah.
you take something fucking bioidentical, you
I
dipshit?
don't know at what point
Fucking pisses me
people
off.
on the internet or women on the internet decided that Anavar wasn't a steroid or that peptides weren't
And what's funny
PEDs
is
in
you
general.
can't like correct or argue with these people. They're so ingrained in it. It's like, so do you want fucking help or not? Are you just gonna fucking argue with
Oh,
me and
but
order
then
it
they
anyway?
never want to come off the Reddit either. They're like, well, I
Yeah,
still have fat I want to lose, but I
that's
lost all my
crazy.
muscle. And I was like, you could have just like eating your protein controlled your rate of loss and strength trained, and you wouldn't be on the phone
Or
asking me about Anavar.
or you could have hired a coach, done all the shit you were supposed to do before you hopped on the Retta, and then you would have got the fucking
Lifestyle
results you want.
changes.
Because every motherfucker that comes in my DMs asking for Retta, out of all of them over the past 6 months, none of them are shredded. What's the reason why? They don't do fucking anything they're supposed to.
I tell people once you're in a calorie deficit, a real one, not a perceived one, and you start, regularly losing body fat consistently, that's a good point where you could implement a GLP, when we're using it outside of like a medical context to help it be more comfortable
You are
and stay
throwing gas on the
satiated.
fire. It's not starting the fire. It's throwing the gas on the fire that's already burning.
So that's what I always recommend. Get in a deficit, stay in a deficit, have it be successful, then make that shit easy on yourself.
Use
But
it
don't
as a
create the
plateau
deficit
buster.
for it. Like it.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. Is cucked still a bad word on Instagram? Because it was at one point.
What is it?
Cucked. Like being a fucking cuckold.
I still don't really get what that means. Is that being in a chair in
That's
the
you-
corner?
Yes.
pretty
Yes.
it's a slur for like
Dudes who get off of that.
Yeah. The dudes that get off. It's kink shaming. It's not PC or PR PC. I don't
Yeah.
know what the term is, but
'Cause I think my short script's okay besides cucked. But the one that might get me in trouble, but I don't even give a fuck 'cause I already recorded it
How
and
would
set it
you
off.
use that in a sentence?
Well, let's see the context of the script.
like you could just call someone that just like you call someone like you fucking F word or whatever.
I like how you said you fuck. Oh, that the other F word. I was.
Yeah.
I was thinking cucked like past tense or like as a verb.
No.
I didn't
It's like
realize.
cuck. CUK.
Or like people that are afraid of playing small. Imagine how afraid they are of commitment. Like imagine how cucked they are sitting at home with their wife begging for their permission to spend a couple grand on actually improving their fucking lifestyle for once instead of begging for Retta. That's
Yeah, that
progress.
does happen, man. That does happen. I don't know what's worse if it's the people that have to ask for permission to like change their lives, or if it's the people who actively try to sabotage their partner who is changing their lives. Like both.
Garrett had
are
one
pretty
literally
shitty
last
people.
night. Amanda took the call for him, but I'm sure he will be because he probably reviewed the call. He'd be out here fucking lighting that guy up right now. He was ready to move forward. Like he was like, "This is what I need." Like went to go pay. His wife came home, went and talked to his wife,
mom-
got bitched at, came back, said, "I can't do it now." And it's like, and they were like, "So what?" And then they like agreed on like $2 to $3 grand. And he's like, "Well, she won't let me." And it's like, bro, you just told me for an hour you were ready to move forward. You wanted this really bad, and you're gonna let your wife tell you fucking no. Like,
I like coaching couples
Crazy.
when they're not hiding shit from each other. But
I
when
don't
they're
know.
not
Yes.
hiding shit from each other, I love coaching couples.
I'm doing
And
that
then
right
they
now.
tell
It's
on each
working
other.
so well.
it's funny because every
Yeah.
single call I've ever been on when the person's like, my wife wants to do this too, they never move forward. They're always fucking
So
lying.
I've had that happen, but with time. So I always like told them like, yo, don't pressure your partner. Give them time. Lead by example. Like don't show that I'm fucking hungry all the time. Like I'm fucking starving. This is so hard. Like don't do. That's not how you persuade someone to join in your lifestyle. You have to show them like I feel so much better. I feel lighter. I'm more agile. Like I have more energy throughout the day. Like
But they don't
that's
even
the type of shit
join.
you want to say.
That's the thing. They're
So
like,
but
I
eventually
really want to
they
join
do.
and I want my partner to join too. And then they're like, oh yeah, let me ask her real quick or whatever. And they're like, no, we can't. Like, you just told me you both wanted to do it. Like, what are you lying about? They're lying about something, obviously.
Probably that the partner had any interest in doing it to begin with. I see
Maybe.
that a lot. But I will
Yeah,
say, when I do get my hands on a couple in a not creepy sexual way, it is really, I really enjoy that experience because they
No, it's
tattle on
very
each
fun.
other all the time. They hold each
Uh-huh.
other accountable. When they go off the deep end, they do it together, but you always find out about it. There's never any dishonesty. I've really enjoyed coaching couples. And it's nice to see because I know when they get their shit together, like the kids get their shit together, the quality of food in the household changes. Like you're actually genuinely like doing some good. And it's really great when the spouse isn't like hiding all his gear in a shoebox in the closet. It's
Yes,
like, my wife doesn't know
yes.
I'm on fucking test. Like it's
Oh,
nice
that's
when
so
everybody's
gay.
involved.
Oh my gosh, it's so fucking gay when you have to like hide shit and you're a grown ass person. Come on. Come on. Just say you're gonna do
And
stuff
what's crazy is like the
and that's
wives
it.
that they're hiding it from are always hiding the GLPs from their husbands. Like they're all hiding the shit from each other. Like there's never been an instant where like the guy is just hiding gear. The woman's like, I'm on peptides and he doesn't know. I've been on semaglutide for like 3 years.
Dude, I never understood this. I'm always the type of person who just fucking says it like, "Hey, I'm doing this." Like I'm never asking. I'm just communicating what I'm doing.
There's
So
so many
we're on the
dudes out
same
there.
page and at least you know if something happens to me, but I've never been like, "Hey babe, I'm thinking about taking the Bivol. What are your thoughts on this?" Like, "What? Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'll pop 20 just for thinking about that question."
Yeah, I never got it either. And they just like it's like they almost need a validation from their wife, and their wife doesn't like green light it. They just crumble. They can't make their own fucking decisions.
Yeah.
I think relationship issues and communication among couples is probably one of the biggest behind the scenes challenges in
Yes.
coaching and securing clients in
Hmm.
general. And they like you said, there's people that put pressure on their significant others for making positive changes, or the spouse in the background being like, no, you can just stay gross and unhealthy and unhappy. You're
Dude,
not
I
allowed to
had
spend money
a
on
And
I
some
had
of it's projection too. Like if they're like ingrained in being unhealthy and stuff, they don't want their partner to look better than them. I feel like that's sometimes a sabotage
It
aspect.
made me mad when my husband was starting to get jacked, and I was like, well, this sucks, and I got a big old pregnant belly. I should probably like do some yoga or some shit. I remember that feeling a long time ago.
That's
I
funny.
think that was jealousy more than anything, though, and I joined him. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I have one that's I think what like part of what happens is that the husband has a little bit of insecurity with regards to how much the wife is willing to take risks, and he's not a risk taker at all, just very vanilla. So just like trying to push that other person to just like, no, just you don't need it. Like this is insane. Like I suggested like, hey, you don't want to take anything. How about we do L-carnitine and some GH. Like, how about that? And we can even like throw in some Lantus, just to try it out. Try to like improve nutrient partitioning or something like that, right? Like just the bare minimum. And it was
yeah.
like, that's insane. You're gonna take all of this stuff. It makes any sense? And I'm like, yo, how about you go fuck yourself, you piece of shit, and let me do my fucking job. And let me take care of your wife so she looks hotter and hotter for you, you dumb fuck. So
Well,
that's
a
kind
lot
of
of
like,
times it's a scarcity mindset too, because they're afraid to spend money on this thing. But it's like literally this thing is going to improve your quality of life. Like, I have literally have had clients who got like promotions and raises, or went out and got a new job that pays
yeah,
more because they feel more confident. Like you literally make more money. You literally increase your earning window because you're healthier. You're not having a heart attack at fucking 50. So
you
now you
get
have all
more
these extra
money,
earning years. Like
you have a better
like literally
career,
statistically, you make more fucking money if you're in shape. Like 10 to
and you get to
20%
fuck
more
hotter
minimum.
people too.
Like
I like the confidence changes, especially when men raise their testosterone levels. Like you can like even just, it's
especially
not
like
just
my
muscular, but
demographic, like
posture.
with
Like
finance and sales, like it's huge. Like you closed 2 extra deals and your deal you're selling is 20K. You just made 40 grand. Like is coaching really gonna fucking make you poor? No. Like you're literally making extra money just by being more confident. Just,
Hmm.
but people don't see that. They're just afraid to lose like fucking $3,000 or something like that. Like
Here's one of my hot takes for, and this is a bad one because it incriminates me, right? I mean, it puts me in a bad position. That's my criteria of authenticity right there. I think that if we are having people with like these objections, and if we're like facing people who are not like seeing the value in what we're doing, the fault is actually ours. It's not theirs because they're not problem aware, and it is our solution to move them from problem unaware to problem aware, to them wanting to be willing to change. So I'm taking the philosophy of like fix your own health with like saying like we need to like also just fix it in our own lives. And I've been like cracking my head just thinking about how the fuck do I get people to understand how important this is, because they
I
don't
mean, there's
understand.
there's certainly ways. Like in your marketing, you should be able to do that, but you have to realize it's going to be a very small percentage of your audience that actually does. Like the coach I work with right now, like he's big. He doesn't do any sales calls. He does no setters, no sales, nothing. Everything is just like his content, speaking directly to you, basically beating your objections, etc., shifting your mindset. But the thing is, he's so direct that he's like, I only get 40 DMs a month, like 40 applications total out of all the people that could come into him, because he pushes away 90% of the people. And that's the thing, you're going to push away 90% of the people because they won't make that fucking change. So you have to only speak to the people that are actually going to make that fucking change, unfortunately. But so
Yeah.
you can either kind of be general and try to shift a ton of mindsets, but it's not going to fucking push most people over the finish
Well,
line.
I'm saying more in terms
But
of like on a sales call or whenever you have a
yeah.
consultation, a free
Well, on the
consultation
call,
with
usually
somebody.
I think the statistic is they need to consume 7 hours of your content to be like officially ready for most people. which you think on Instagram they only watch 30 seconds of your shit like every couple days. It's really hard
My
to get
clients are
that
shocked to find
much.
out I'm a dick. I'm
Yeah,
like, you
yeah. So
clearly
like
haven't watched me
YouTube's
on the
better
internet.
for that. Some people will come in and be good, but yeah, typically your breakout videos, your content, and then like your pre-call videos should. Like I have one that's 3 minutes long. I think I told you, just blowing up the wife objection. I'm like, you're gonna talk to her beforehand. You're gonna have that conversation. If she needs to come on the call, she's gonna come on the call. We're gonna make a decision. Don't be a fucking bitch. And they pissed one guy off over it. But I'm like, dude, if you cannot bring her on the call or have a conversation with her, we're not having this discussion. You're not gonna fucking lie to her. You're not gonna fucking lie to me. Like I'm not gonna lie to you on the call. So talk to her. And he wouldn't do it. So all right, you're not ready. Like,
That's not a client you want, though,
no,
realistically.
but you kind of weed out the people that aren't gonna fucking make that decision. So in a way, you look at it like in a way you're pushing a lot of people away, but you're pushing away people who aren't ready. But they might come back in at some point and change their mindset and be ready, which is fine. But
I think it's hard to
don't
make
waste my
people
time
care
either.
about their health. Like
Yeah.
like
Very
actual
hard.
health. I think that is difficult. When you start talking biohacking and longevity and
And
look
that's why I've
snacks,
done
like
a
it's interesting,
ton.
but they won't do the food.
So like you're gonna see my YouTube videos are very much like equating the ROI and looking up studies on like how much opportunity cost, like money over time. Like if you get 3 extra working years because you're healthier, how much that adds up to being. Like if you invest $5,000 today, you make $50,000 tomorrow. Like it's actually one of the biggest ROIs for people, but they don't see it because they're so like short term focused. They don't see the long term. Same thing with bodybuilding. Guys think I'm gonna take one cycle and get huge, and they don't. They fucking quit. Like it takes time, but you have to actually
I'll
shift
say
that
I
mindset.
didn't give a shit about bone density. Like I understood the concept, like I knew why it was important. I spoke about it and I would talk about supplements and supportive methods, but I don't think I truly actually cared or valued it until I started doing fall prevention classes at nursing homes.
Mhm.
Now I fucking care. I care a lot.
And
So I think until you
how's the number
experience
one way
something,
to improve your bone density? Weight bearing, strength training, actually getting them to fucking do it.
Cardio as
it's
well.
so important. I've even got my mom, I'm like, look, we got to do some band work at home. Like it's something that I am
Some
passionate about
testosterone,
now.
some GH.
Oh, I would get people on the leg press all the time. These old ladies would be like, I can't do that. I'm like, yeah, you can get on there, fucking do it. And they'd be totally fine moving like 115 pounds on it. Like, but they'd see like 100 pounds, like, I can't move that. I'm like, yeah, you can. Get on there and fucking push. You can all fucking move it.
Yeah, bone density is a really big one for me, and it's I understand why people don't care about their health. Like I try and put myself in their shoes, and like I said, I understood it, I recited it, but actually caring until you experience it, until there's an issue, until you're around it, it's easy to put off, I think.
Yeah. And I would say it's like because I don't see the numbers in the paper. Most people don't track their fucking budget and know how much money comes in and out either. So it's like they don't track their data with their fucking fitness. They don't track their data with their finances, and then they're like, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble now. I'm in debt. My fucking health sucks." Like it's just a vicious cycle of people not paying attention to shit. That's why people run up their fucking credit cards too.
My biggest thing, I work with more women than y'all do, and their big thing is like, well, I have to take care of everybody else. And I'm like, yeah, but like you're running yourself into the ground. There's only like so long you can say like I'm a mom, I have to put everyone first, because like if you're falling apart, then you really can't do a good job at that. Like you do have to
Honestly,
set an example and be healthy to help other people and your children.
Honestly, one of the most helpful things, I just did my first one yesterday. So that the business coach I work with, he has a time audit where you got to sit down and write down every fucking thing you did during the day, and it'll show you how much unproductive or extra time you have. You don't realize how much time you have to do shit until you actually go and write it out and see objectively on a piece of paper. You had 3 hours a day where you didn't do fuck all. You could have got more things done. But until somebody points that out to you, you don't really realize like, hey, there's things I can cut out really easily. I think that's super valuable too.
Yeah, I looked at the time, like even just my screen time on my phone from when I have someone in the office with me on the days that I don't. I suck at time management.
Uh, well, even me, it's like walking the dog, stuff like that. Yeah, it's like 45 minutes, but that's 45 minutes. You could pay somebody else to do it for like 15 bucks. And I think my hourly rate is, I mean, this is on 40 hours, which isn't, I probably work way more than that, but where is it? I gotta find which tab. So I had it open last night. Or is it on my other workspace?
That's been a hard concept for me as a business owner is understanding that my time has value.
Yeah. So my hourly rate is like $139 an hour, and it would take me $3 to $15 an hour to get the dog walked. So it's like, should you pay somebody? Probably. So it kind of puts into perspective. Also, my lost income per year is $443,000 in unproductive time. Yeah, so it puts into
Is this from
perspective.
the assignment that you did from your business coach?
Yeah, and it's funny because
See,
I'm
I
going to
got
use it.
kids, so they help me a lot. They walk the dogs.
Yeah, and I'm going to use it as a like use some like cognitive peptides and stuff too, and like retest myself on like a similar day and see if my productivity improves. Like being more dialed in too, so I can use it as a case study for that too. Be like, hey,
Have
look.
you used any of the cognitive function peptides yet, like to date?
I methylene blue. I have. I mean, this nootropic stack with like alpha GPC and shit in it. But I haven't used like Cimax. And like I've heard they don't make a
An
huge difference.
Altoid container?
Some
Do they
Depends
people
still
for
make
what.
Altoids?
It depends for what.
people swear by Cilank and Cimax, and other people say they don't do shit. It's
It
theater.
depends for what. If you depend on high reaction speed for whatever you're doing, Samax is absolutely you
It's been
can't beat
life
it.
changing for my husband.
But it chills you
Yeah.
out.
Well,
No,
Solank.
for his,
Samax is a
for
little bit more. Yeah.
he utilizes both, but just for memory and retention, general
Hmm.
cognitive function, it's
Yeah.
been incredible for him.
That so New Pept actually has some properties that work on memory consolidation, so it's very, very good for
I
studying things
use
like
New
that. Like
Pept.
yep, I use New Pept, and I have a bottle of some form of racetam with me, like pretty much like always on desk. So right now I have nephiracetam, which I'm trying out. It lasts for about like 2 hours, and it just gives me a little bit more of a focus that I don't need to take more Adderall. So I try to
I've
like
never
take
used
I
it.
joke about it, but I try to take as little Adderall as possible.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting, but again, like I notice a lot of the effect of this whenever I'm playing sports more for a couple of them, like in like with regards to like how fast you can create a memory. So the way that memory works is it's very, very intricate process, but you have the experience, and you need to be able to, from this having the experience, from visualizing this, you need to make a whole path to be able to then consolidate this memory, and then you need to recognize this memory and think about it. So it's a very long process for you to say like, oh, I made a mistake, I need to correct it. And if you need to make that decision within like quarters of a tenth of a second, then you using certain things like a racetam can really, really, really enhance your response time. Yeah.
Do you utilize it in your competition shooting as well, like for that purpose?
Um, only WADA approved things. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So my only my prescripted Adderall, but it could potentially be very useful in that context. You know.
Yeah, something else I didn't notice. So my definitely unproductive time. This was 2 days ago. 8 hours and 48 seconds. So like, yeah, I definitely can optimize. But I mean, I think that's checking email, doing check-ins, client DMs, order fulfillment, my banking stuff, working out, taking a shit, showering, cooking, eating, walking dog. Like, so you start whittling it down, and I could probably like think cooking I could take out of it, walking dog I could take out of it, scrolling IG for 40 minutes definitely could take out of it. And you start adding that up, and it's like, okay, that's $200 a day over the course of a year. That adds up to a lot of time.
I
You
think
could
if you
really
don't take your cell phone with you when you evacuate slash poop slash create stool,
you go faster. It does go
you would
faster.
have so much more time in the day.
Yeah. No, I definitely pull up Pokemon Showdown and play a game of Showdown. And then if I get pissed off if I lose, then I play
Gotta
another
read the
one.
back of a
Really play.
shampoo bottle.
Yeah.
Cell phones, I think, have really extended bathroom trips for most people.
Yeah, I think there was a study on hemorrhoids and cell phone use, and I don't remember what it
What?
is now, but I need to look this up. Yeah.
I've even caught myself like at airport bathrooms. I'll pull out my phone. I'll just be going into pee, and then I'm like, man, I've been sitting here for a minute because I got distracted by
Hey, we don't
something,
have
and
to
I'm
worry
literally in a
about
public
that.
bathroom.
So we can just stand up to pee. I'm never done.
I get double trapped by phones, so
Yeah, I got one video coming down the pipe. I don't know if it'll get me in trouble or not, but I'm making it regardless. I'll pull it up on the screen
Okay.
share. I got the thumbnail for you. You'll appreciate this.
And I
It's
found that there are
it's
actually two studies on this.
On hemorrhoids and cell phone use?
On hemorrhoids, it's like a consequence of the study. That's hilarious. It's like the consequence of the study,
yeah.
but it wasn't the primary purpose.
So the topic of it is don't hire a fat fitness coach. And Brenna loves to run her fucking mouth about all other coaches, so she's gonna lose her fucking mind when I make fun of her. And then Roy always likes to, be the fat positivity coach. So I'm sure they're gonna fucking love it when somebody sends it to them. But it's true. You wouldn't hire a broke financial advisor, so why the fuck would you hire a fat fitness coach? Like that's just pissing me off.
You know.
Like you don't even live your own fucking the lifestyle you preach to your clients, and then you just let them make excuses for like her thing is intuitive eating. You don't need to track anything. I'm like, well, that's why you're fucking fat. Like,
I intuitively want
Yeah,
to eat
no,
fucking Twinkies.
I intuitively want to be 265 pounds and 48% body fat. Like,
yeah. If you don't track data, you don't know where the fuck you're going. That's why most people don't know where the fuck their retirement account is. Like, they don't know when they retire, what their money's gonna be. They don't know if they're gonna draw. They don't know if they can retire. Like, it's fucking crazy.
That's another shitty thing about being self-employed is how much you have to put into retirement and plan ahead.
Well,
That was very hard. That was a hard transition for us to lose like group benefits and then have to set up our own retirements. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. But that was a hard transition.
I've already always done that. I always expected Social Security just going to be spending money when I retire. I've never banked on it. So the only thing that I miss is the employer match in the 401k. But you get taxed out the fucking dick on that anyway. So I wasn't really banking on that either. I've been a big Roth guy forever. Although I haven't maxed it out every year till recently. But
I don't
it was
actually know
retarded.
what I do. I just have a financial advisor and she just tells me
That's a
how
good way
much
to
I
do it.
need to do it. So
That's a good way to do it.
she comes over every quarter and then goes over things and I don't understand it. And she's like, all right, we're on track or we're not on track. And then that's it. So I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, and that's why me switching to like the finance niche really works well because like I've always like fucking nerded out on that shit. I just never talked about it, so it's like super easy for me to actually just take what I watch all day anyway and actually apply it to business and shit. So because
I don't understand any of it. She goes over my portfolios and my
uh,
returns and retirement dates, and I'm just like,
I have
okay,
YouTube
how much will
Premium.
you draft?
I will put on like videos on like tax strategies and shit, and just turn the screen off as I'm cooking and everything, and just listen to shit like that. That's how I've educated myself on most of it. You got to find reliable people that know what the fuck they're talking about, obviously.
I
but-
only listen to like murder interrogations, so
Yeah, so you don't get much out of that in terms of education.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's how I wind down. Is I'll take a bubble bath with candles and listen to murder interrogations. Like I love actual police interrogations. It's my favorite.
Although that could help you on sales calls because you know how to get answers out of people. Real answers.
I think I've learned about like body language,
Yeah.
how to identify lies. Like I think there's some things I've gotten out of it.
Yeah.
Mostly
yeah,
what not to say and that you lawyer up for everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a taking sales calls is pretty much like being a lawyer. You're trying to just ask questions to get the real answer instead of like answering directly. So
I bet so. I don't do sales calls the way you do, and I bet the biggest thing you deal with is that like the people pleasers, people want to say the right thing to you versus give you that transparency. They want you to like them, so they try and give you like, yeah, I'm all in. I want to do this. Yeah, I'm open to that. I can afford that. I can do that. They just want to be your yes man and give you what you want to
Honestly,
hear.
I mean, because Garrett and I will come on here and bitch about like I close the majority because most people that aren't like super committed aren't going to get to the phone call anyway. Like I kind of weed them out. There's just the occasional person that gives you like the fucking wife excuse or something after we've already addressed it like 4 fucking times. I'm like, dude, like, come on. And that pisses us off because we've already addressed it numerous times and they still try to like bring it up.
Well, your intro video too.
Huh?
Tell Garrett to check voicemail. I need a strike link for $39.50.
Okay. I need to call Garrett real quick.
Show over there closing deals.
I need to get going because I need to have another meal and prep food for tomorrow for my wife.
No, you have to stay here until he comes back on, or else I won't know what to do with myself.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes, you have to stay.
I shall.
Now we have to say something.
Make good company.
If you leave me alone and unsupervised, I'll just start rambling and say really inappropriate things so I'll get uncomfortable. So please stay. That's how I make my own YouTube videos. I don't edit them. It's a straight shot. 30 minutes of just like
Damn.
panic talking. Go if you ever watch one of my solo podcasts, there's no edits. I just
I want to do that now. You know what? What I've been doing? I just been fucking leaving everything in my podcast. I used to like chop silences and like remove like if I'm gonna like adjust something in the middle of the podcast and stuff like that. Now I just leave it there, and it has been the exact fucking same. So I was spending like an hour and a half fucking editing shit, and yeah,
I called
yeah,
Garrett. And
there's
just
not even any spaces to get rid of on mine because I like it's
you're
panic
just
mode.
like brrr,
Yeah.
Eminem rapping it.
Yep.
it's funny. I called Garrett and he's just huffing and puffing. He's like, "Sorry, I'm doing cardio."
Good for him.
At least he's in his time productively, not on here. Yeah, it sounded like that was a quick ass sales call. He started like 8. It sounded like the guy just wanted to move forward right away. Makes it easy. That's the thing. Like if you do well with your marketing and you talk to the person directly, you know they're down. Like they're usually, let's go.
You know?
It's just the people that have like underlying stuff. Like I had a guy who didn't move forward a couple weeks ago because he was really scared to move forward because he'd been burned by 2 other fitness coaches type shit. Those ones are hard to overcome. Like you can show them everything under the sun, but they still don't trust you entirely. And that's where consuming like 7 hours of your content helps. Like this guy had one chick that was charging him $600 a month, and then he found out that all of her programming was like an app, and she was just copy and pasting it over because he found what app it was and downloaded it, and realized that all of her shit was just like laid out inside the app like that. So he was fucking pissed about that. So that's the hard thing.
I use an app and it has pre-made stuff on there, and I've always wondered like who uses this? Like why would you be a coach if you didn't like coach? Like
Or at least
why would
enjoy
plus,
the
like
process
the
of
stuff
like
on it like
making this
sucks
stuff.
anyways. Like I would never want my name on that. And I always wondered like what kind of person would actually use these programs. That
Like
answers it.
Trainerize is horrible about it. Trainerize pisses me off because everything is so pre-made that like if you want to customize it, you can't. Like I have a built-out version. Like it's $350 a month. Like the studio version. Like it was part of.
Fuck this.
It was part of my websites, and it's all paid for. But that's like how much it would cost to be paid for it, and I don't like it. Like it's built out with all my branding. It's super slick. It's nice. But even like the diet, you can't change the macros and stuff. Like it's just like a preset like 50 30 20 split, and then you just choose that, and then you just edit the calories, and that's all you can change. I'm like, I don't fucking like this.
Gross.
Like Kahuna's, I have my own templates built, sure, and I
Yeah.
change within my template because I know kind of what I'm gonna do at the same time. But
Kahuna
like each
sucks for
client, I
building
might change
workouts.
it. It does suck for building workouts, but once you have them all built, then you can just like
Yeah.
add it. You can just
And I
change
hate
volume.
saying kahunas out loud.
Why?
Kahunas.
It is kind of a weird name for a fitness app.
It's a weird thing just to say.
Yeah.
And I would brand, honestly, Kahuna's, it doesn't cost much, like $100 to brand, but after branding that Trainerize and realizing every time Apple does a like privacy policy update or whatever, you have to go into your developer account and then like change it and then confirm it with, it's a pain in the fucking ass to keep your app in the app store, and then you got to pay them $100 every year for it.
I just remember before there were showing my age, before there were apps, and I was paying like this guy out of the UK like $400 a month. It was the same people that like I think Team Elite Physique was utilizing at the time for like a custom software build that was only on PCs. None of my clients could like access it on their phones. Like I've been through a lot for software.
I think, I mean, Google Sheets is still a really good way to do it. It's just that it, like, once you start getting more and more clients, it gets easy to, like, Colton did it for a long time, but it's hard to keep track of, like, especially like progress pictures and stuff, because then you got to go to like find their folder and then pull the folder up, and then you just have a billion fucking tabs open. And
So
what you're doing
I
check-ins,
like
you
it
just
for
do
like
it.
gear tracking and things like that, but for like
Yeah.
full on coaching, hate Google
Yeah.
Sheets. Hate
Yeah,
it.
I use Kahuna's for long coaching, but then if you are on gear and we're gonna do a growth or a cut or something like that, I'll put all of that information on a fucking spreadsheet, and then
Yeah.
but I just track it on my end. I don't have them track it there or anything like that.
Yeah, I have a custom built out like dominance audit where I actually put a number to their visual changes too and their adherence, like give them a score, and it has like a bar graph. So like if they're fucking bullshitting me and their adherence is getting worse or their appearance is getting worse, they'll start to see this bar graph go down. They're like, oh fuck, I'm actually fucking up. And you're putting a number to it instead of like week by week, like, oh, like, I think you're doing worse. You can see that, and then I have the gear tracker also on that, a different tab. which that was kind of cool. I actually had Claude build out that like spreadsheet for me. It was kind of cool. I told it exactly what I wanted to do, what I wanted it to have in it, and it built out like the cells and all that to have the formulas because I don't know how to do the fucking formulas. I'm fucking terrible about that. I fuck them up in Excel all the time.
I use my PT Hub, and SW Fit has been my favorite platform in the world for workouts. All it is workouts. You can upload your own or
Workouts.
utilize that, but it's a drag and drop interface.
Yeah.
And you can give things different names and code them, and it doesn't automatically come with like reps and reserve, rest time. Like it's blank, so you can choose what automatically selects and like like if you use RIR or however you use it, you can pre-structure it, and then it's a drag and drop interface. It's incredible, but it's only workouts.
Yeah, I had something like that with one of the PT places I worked had a documentation system like that, where you could save your own database and then just drag and drop into the patient's files, and it made it super easy. If I wanted to do like a back pain person, like I had a database of like 40 exercises, and I could just like choose the ones I wanted instead of having to like
I like the
guess
easy.
whatever Kahuna's
That's why I had
had.
issues with Kahunas, and I think my biggest
Yeah,
thing with Kahunas was, and for a lot of my beginners, I do a lot of supersets for time purposes, and to
it
make
is kind of
I don't
that.
remember what it was, but I just remember making a superset on Kahunas. I think that's why I canceled my subscription. Is it pissed me off that bad?
Yeah, because you got to put like the time for every single one of them in too.
And I think you had to select them at the same time. Like you couldn't go
Mhm.
back and be like, I want to superset these.
It just pissed me off they didn't have knee
Yep.
extensions for a year. Like I bitched about the knee extension for so many times in the
I
fucking
just added all my exercises. I recorded like 300 videos of every single exercise possible, and I did it. And I already have it there, like with the cues, like lat bias pull down, upper back bias pull down, mid back bias pull down, like with pronated, supinated, like just all different types of like
I need
variations
to
and
do
stuff.
that.
It
yeah.
took like a fucking week of a fuck ton of work, and then that was it. And then now when I make training programs, like I don't have to explain a bunch of shit because it's already like super clear what I want you to do, and you can watch the video and reference like the proper form and stuff.
Just
I need to
hire
take like a week off and do that. Like just that,
just
those videos.
just hire
Yeah.
Todd's guy and have him follow you around at the gym and just do it naturally, just like he
I don't know
does.
because I do a lot. I perform a lot of exercises very differently than the way that I want most people to perform them, and I also perform a very limited amount of exercises. I only do a handful of exercises. I don't do a fuck ton of variation and stuff as well. So it's kind of
Mhm.
like I'm not gonna do a bunch of like fucking single legged, Romanian split squats with a fucking Smith machine. Like I'm never gonna do that in my life, but like hamstring gliders is one that I have a fuck ton of clients do, and I'm never gonna do that in my life, you know. So I just like demonstrate it, and that's it.
What's a hamstring glider?
Hamstring glider is basically you put something to allow your foot to slide, and you're gonna bring that foot all the way back, and then you're gonna bring yourself back up, holding yourself by using the hamstring of the leg that is supported, not the leg that's sliding. So that exercise.
Glider. See, this is why you need a custom library because nothing's going to have that as a glider.
Exactly, exactly. It doesn't
I
have that.
mean,
It's like I don't. It doesn't have options like for you to do, Kelso shrugs right at the end of a set of, like fucking a prime seated row or something like that, right? So I like just added all of that by myself, so
yeah.
it's super fucking easy. It takes
Some of them
like
might have like runner pull or something like that. I mean, there's ways to teach a single leg hip hinge with like the cable machine too. It's very very similar to that.
yeah.
Our PT software had that, but I don't know if one of the bodybuilding ones would.
Yeah, I do this one particular because of there's 3 studies I believe now that show that this exercise is the one that activates the part of your hamstring that actually tends to snap the most. So it's the part that experiences injuries the most on sprinters is this one particular muscle that I forgot the name now. But
Where do you position that in your workouts?
Usually at the end of a hamstring day, not a hamstring day, but like towards the like after I do like a leg curl or like an RDL or something like that. So I usually do a day that has more sets, so like seated leg curl and then the hamstring gliders, and then the other one would do like lying curls and RDLs. You know.
Yeah, if you don't have the glider, you can do it like having your foot just slightly in the air and then using the cable machine, kind of pulling contralateral arm. Like I call it runner pull. Runners do it. Like my coworker, who is a big runner, taught. It's a single leg hip hinge is essentially all you're doing.
Yeah,
And by having the cable machine, it
that variation.
counterbalances. So like if at the gym
Yes.
they don't have something to grab onto, you can use the cable machine, put it all the way down.
Do you
So
have
that
different
variation.
variations uploaded for
Yeah.
yours?
Yes. Yes, the variation of
Yeah,
that is
I
actually
need to do
for
videos.
hips. Yeah, that variation is specifically for hip health, whereas the other one would be
Yeah.
more for the hamstring itself. But there's like it's I find this so beneficial because I have like if it's just the beginner, I still want them to start noticing how to like feel your muscle and like be able to stimulate things and just like there's a difference between you doing lateral raises that target the very posterior portion of your of your delts versus one that targets the anterior portion of it. Like I've been bringing up my front delts by doing lateral raises. Like just
I just have a notes section like this long of text with how I want things done. And even very specific things like areas to tighten, to focus on, what to disengage, to engage other groups. And then nobody ever reads it. I need to just make videos. I need to
yeah,
take like a full
people
week
don't read
off
them.
and do
Yep.
videos.
I'm just happy my gym finally fixed the standing, like, you grab it, lateral raise. I've been
Yeah.
waiting to use that for fucking 6 months, and
I'm
it's
too
finally fixed.
short for those.
What?
I can do like
How?
I can do single arms.
Because
I'm not
I
that
mean,
wide.
this one adjusts and goes like it
No,
literally they
I
go
have
through
to
the
get
walls.
closer to them, and then to stay like within the scapular plane, I have to like angle, and
Yeah.
I can do one arm at a time. But I'm so little, otherwise I'm like, oh, it's
I
so
guess, yeah, maybe
small.
because you're starting here instead of, yeah, I can see that now.
Too
You have to
little.
stand on something.
That's how
Bring,
does the most of the equipment. So that's what sucks about leg equipment, like hack squats and stuff.
do you have
Like,
to bring a booster seat to the gym?
dude, booster seat to drive my car.
I was gonna give Amanda shit tonight. She went to go do the tricep push down, and she had to get on like her tippy toes, like jump up and grab. She's like
Fucking
5'1".
tall people put it at the very top, and you have to go
Well,
get a chair to undo it.
the one at crunch on the end is the one that has like the back pad, and like you gotta like
Oh,
it
I like
doesn't
that one.
move. It doesn't move, so she had to like almost jump up to grab it, pull it down.
I have to climb on the seat to do all my attachments. But when people leave them hooked up really high, you're usually standing on something very unstable, and you have to pull like
Yeah.
that jagged little handle and not fall over. It's a lot of work to be short.
That, or they use the smallest carabiner possible, and it barely like gets
You
out of
can't
there.
get
So
your
you gotta
finger,
stand up.
yes, while you're balancing.
Is Garrett still there?
Hi guys. Well, I'm gonna head out.
I can call him.
No, don't worry. That's fine.
Appreciate you
We're gonna call
guys. Good seeing y'all.
Yep. We'll wrap up. We'll see you.
Adios.
Bye.